All right, welcome back again. Welcome back. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I keep on repeating that because that is exactly what we're supposed to do. So please make sure you like and comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Not really where you're watching from, but let me know what you think about what the video is all about. Please, very, very important that you do so. I'm here this hour to present to you what Gunther said. Gunther is the man who Ogenkere some time ago, host a program together with Ogenkere granted interview on his platform. And after that interview, don't mind me, okay, on a serious note, after that interview, the relationship soured. Ogenkere and the Gunther decided to, apart. They decided to end it there. Probably because Gunther himself have realized that he was dealing with a wrong guy. We talked about that interview. Maybe I will repost that video. Yeah, maybe I will repost it. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to. It's quite funny. It's very, very funny. So the man himself, Gunther, is he's making comparison between PM and Nelson Mandela. The Nelson Mandela of Africa, of South Africa, the man who made South Africa what South Africa is today, who actually fought for their independence. That our people, and I know one thing about us is that God has made it possible for us to see the light. Because that is saying that if you want to can all come on Igbo, can Igbo language. Okpozu na marozu akpo. And the way we you know what that means. So that is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at or look on South Africa, what they did and how they got themselves freed from apartheid. These are something that people are not paying attention to. That today, Igbos are being mocked in South Africa, likewise in Ghana, in so many other places. Why can't we just do one or two things to get ourselves freed from these, murderers, people who are not paying attention to our concern? Igbos are mainly everywhere, and sometimes we brag about it that we are travelers. But in a real sense of it, we are actually traveling for greener pasture. So why can't we just do what others have done and get ourselves free? Although we have people that are doing that, but most of us are not. Because why am I saying this? Because Gunther himself decided to do the comparison between PM and, of course, Nelson Mandela. All right. So once again, like the video and share it to any platform of your choice, please. It is also funny that the same PM that he's doing comparison with Nelson Mandela, that everybody now respect, and we have all forgotten that at some point Nelson Mandela was tagged as a terrorist. He's inciting violence. When he was fighting, he spent 27 years, I think 27 years, yeah, in prison. This same PM that he's doing, because from his own point of view, like we all know the truth, right? PM is the good guy. So you cannot compare bad thing with a good thing. Nelson Mandela is being perceived as a good man today. He received honorable awards from almost everywhere in the world. And Gunther is doing comparison with him, with PM, and both of them. And some time ago in Nigeria, a lawyer came up on a national TV and began to demand that PM should be shot. The same PM. In life, you are the one to tell your story and to define who you are. Others are going to follow suit. The same thing I said after declaring Biafra. Some people say, oh, let's fall back until American recognize us without recognition. I'm not sure if we are United States of Biafra. It doesn't happen that way. If not that PM maintain his stand, Gunther would not be doing comparison. If not that DPM maintain her stand, likewise many other Biafrans, that Biafra have been redeclared, there's no going back, no falling sideways. The comparison and the rate that USB government are being rated all over the world now wouldn't have been there. Yeah, I know some of you would disagree, right? Because you are hell-bent in believing that it must be when America talk about it. You want to hear Donald Trump pronouncing USB without you pronouncing it and maintaining your stand on that, he's not going to pronounce it. How many of you knew that by this time 2 years ago, do you know any country called Somaliland? Many of us don't know, or there's those who are actually enlightened, who are somehow educated or made themselves available to know what other people are going through, countries that are passing through persecutions, those who want to be free, and their names. You wouldn't have known anything about Somaliland, but they maintained their stand until Israel, recognized them just a couple of months ago. Like I said, last time, a couple of months ago, if not, yeah, it should be a couple of months ago, or a year plus now, thereabouts, when PM was arrested in national TV in Nigeria, a man who called himself a barrister came up with this idea that PM should be shot. I'm going to read this from United States of Biafra platform on X. Official notice: the Finnish government and the international community on the unlawful detention and credible assassination threat against His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Now, listen to this very man here, okay? I hope the picture is coming up. Is it coming out?
The case of Simon Ekpa's arrest is overdue. In fact, I had even, this is classified. I had actually even encouraged that he should be shot because he was killing his fellow.
You can't shoot someone without trying. You're alone.
No, you can't. You can't.
You hear it again. He did not hide it. Just like Udele said in his interview, I had been contracted to buy Shawara, but I rejected the offer. The man is here telling you that what he told them behind closed door, because to him, PM is just there for a take. Why? Because the so-called Ndibo, most of them are advocating the so-called Ndiano, advocating for his buying and kidnapping and all that.
The case of Simon Ekpa's arrest is overdue. In fact, I had even, this is classified. I had actually even encouraged that he should be shot because he was killing his fellow.
You can't shoot someone without trying. You're alone.
No, you can't. You can't. If
You're liable.
No, if the person is an enemy combatant, it's liable to be shot. I know the law.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that you're advocating for him to be shot.
No,
but you have to have.
He had killed
evidence. He's alleged to have done things.
Yes, no problem. But this is just intelligence stuff. It's just a crazy, poorly educated young man. If that's in that case, I am in full support of his arrest.
Okay, now after making these utterances, after saying this, you would expect something to happen, maybe international community to begin to act, or Ndibo, begin to look at the man and like, are you serious? Instead, some started clapping for him. Yeah, what he said is right. He should go and get him. PM once again told us some time ago that they have made series of attempts on his life in Finland, sending people, to come and assassinate him and all that. It's not the news. Many of you know what I'm talking about. That was a time PM, raised that alarm. That series of people have tried to penetrate into Finland just to, get the job done based on what the man according to him, advocated for. He requested, he demanded, he suggested to them to get it done. Guess who were those trying to, border cross and penetrate into Finland to get that job done for them? They would have been talking. They don't want to talk about the arrest. All they want is just is a coup. That's why when you hear bring him back, are those that are so hungry to see the blood of Igbo man being sprinkled, probably in Abuja or somewhere in Zaria. All right, these are what some of us don't know. Many of you have committed murder without even knowing. You have committed a lot of crime without knowing, thinking that you are doing the right thing, thinking that it is your right to demand for that. But man oppose, God propose. You cannot just demand that kind of thing and think that God in heaven will be sleeping. So few months later, the man was pronounced dead. The same man that we heard his voice just now. Former Tinubu campaigner and once a vocal Tinubu supporter, Justiga Onopasa died at 49, cause of death undisclosed. Okay, he died. And why? I don't know. Am I happy that he died? No, I'm just saying this for you to learn something from that. You don't just wake up and begin to. Human life is not your duty to decide who will live and who will die. Okay, so just know this. It's not in your under your jurisdiction to decide who will live and who will buy. Former Tinubu campaigner, look at it here, the news. The same man, you can see him. He died. All right, look at it. And when did he die? He passed away on Monday, June 9, 2025. PM was already in cancellation, in detention, or whatever you may call that. The news was confirmed by pro-APC advocate Okeze Atane in a post on X. Okay, these are some mysterious things that happen when people begin to think or act or try to play God. You are the God. You are untouchable and all that. Like I said, am I saying that he deserved to buy? I'm not in position to say that. But just for us to learn a lesson from that, I want to use this opportunity to call on you to like the video and share it to many platforms of your choice. In case if you have forgotten to do so, please kindly do that. It's not going to cost you anything. We actually here trying to touchlight those things that actually matter to us. So Gunther did not call for PM. He not only just do the comparison, all right? He actually called Alex Top, the Finnish president, to do the needful by making sure that he release PM Simon Ekpa. But before then, let's go through the comparison that he made. Gunther Fehlinger, okay, said comparison of Simon Ekpa to Nelson Mandela is a direct rhetorical parallel, framing Ekpa as the Mandela of Biafra. Here is exactly how the comparison is drawn by Fehlinger and Biafran self-determination advocate. Both portrayed as inciting violence for self-determination. Mandela and PM was portrayed as they are citing, violence for self-determination because na ndị Igbo na-ekwu asị na nwata chọwa nke ya ọbụla ajọ nwa. Mandela spent 27 years in South Africa prison for leading the ANC's struggle against apartheid, convicted of sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow the state. They're like always, even Mazamekano, I think they received portion of this kind of treatment and allegation. Advocate case Ekpa, a Finnish Biafran dual citizen and Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. I could not bring him. Are you following? Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, as a political prisoner jailed in Finland since 2024 and sentenced to 6 years in September 2025 on alleged charges including participation in public incitement, aggravated tax fraud, and unauthorized legal practice supporter, and unauthorized legal practice. Really? Is that part of it? I'm not. This one sounded to me. Supporter argue these charges are politically motivated retaliation for his leadership of the Biafra independence movement, and that he is being held unjustly, much like Mandela was seen as a terrorist by the apartheid regime. Share Christian faith invoked for mercy. Fehlinger explicitly appealed to Finnish President Alex Saab. Simon is a Christian as you. It is Easter. Please. He said, it is Easter. Bless the merciful. Have mercy with Simon. The mirror how Mandela's Christian Methodist faith and moral authority were highlighted during global campaigns for his release. The same thing, please. We share the same faith. Don't do this. You use this Easter period to tamper justice of message. So just give him the next chance. Do not do this. He's not actually what you think. He don't mean harm. He's actually doing the right thing. But the problem is not about is not when oil is involved, according to Alex Todd. It is very clear these guys are doing what they're doing because of natural resources that actually come from preferred land. That's the most provocative part of it. It is so annoying that because of what you are getting from my own land, I have to suffer. The Eastern Time, April 2026, the Eastern Timing, April 2026, is used symbolically to call for clemency and humanitarian release, deserving freedom and future leadership, just as Mandela was released in 1990, became South Africa's president in 1994, and led national reconciliation. A prominent claims Ekpa has deserved freedom and should be free to lead peaceful Biafran self-determination efforts. The Biafran government's official notice, quoted by Fehlinger, that's the Hunter, added urgency by citing alleged assassination threats against Ekpa while in Finnish custody, reinforcing the political prisoner narrative. The analogy position, Ekpa, the analogy positions Ekpa as the symbolic Nelson Mandela of the Biafran cause, a jailed leader whose detention is framed as oppression by a larger power, Nigeria with Finland allegedly complicit, deserving international pressure and merciful release so he can fulfill a historic role in self-determination. Gunther Fehlinger, as an Australian NATO enlargement, is he an Australian? I thought he's from Australia. Okay, an Australian, okay. Advocate and pro self-determination activities urges Finnish President Alex Tobb to release Simon Ekpa. Comparing him to Nelson Mandela and appealing shared Christian faith and Eastern mercy. The Biafran government has condemned this sentence, highlighting alleged assassination threats against Ekpa and demanding his unconditional release and ongoing detention and appeals. So that is what Gunther tried to remind Finnish government. So he also called on Alex Tobb, using his platform again, An Australian NATO enlargement advocate and pro-self-determination activist urged Finnish President Alexander Stubb to release Ekpa, comparing him to Nelson Mandela and appealing to share Christian faith and Eastern mercy. Ekpa, a Finnish Biafran dual citizens and Biafran prime minister, was sentenced to 6 years in Finnish court in September 2025 for alleged terrorism offenses, public incitement and tax fraud, and unauthorized legal services. The Biafran government has condemned his sentence, highlighting alleged assassination threats against Ekpa and demanding his unconditional release and ongoing detention and appeal. Almost the same thing that we just read there. But everything is just centered on one thing. The comparison is just that it shows that what PM is doing is not actually an offense. Others have done this in the past, and today they are being celebrated even after their death. You know, when they are no longer living, people still remind, people still talk about them. People still talk about them. Please make sure you let me know what you think about all discussed so far. I don't know if the picture appeared when I was reading it, or was I just showing you empty this thing. So please let me know in the comment section, because I was reading without focusing on the the outcome of what the video is all about. Please, I want to know what you think about it, and don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe if you are new. God bless you, and see you again. Bye bye for now. Take care of yourself.